Hello, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and NPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to follow me on social media and all that crap, and then hit the like button, the subscribe button. I don't care anymore. Anyway, let's talk about December. I'm being very careful here not to say Christmas. I'm not talking about Christmas, right? I love Christmas. Christmas is fantastic. It's all food and presents and commercialized capitalist stuff, and I fucking love it, right? There's cool stuff and lots of getting fat and eating chocolate and eating turkey for 4 days and all this stuff. I love Christmas. Please don't message me and be like, "Oh, you're like Grinch type person." Oh, I'm not. I'm not. But I hate December. And I kind of hate Christmas a little bit, but this is a really difficult time for so many people, including me, and probably including you. It's not that I've ever had anything especially bad happen to me at Christmas. I understand there are people in the world who have had some truly horrific, life-changing stuff go down at Christmas. And I understand how that is distressing and traumatic, and just it being Christmas again brings up everything and throws you right into it. And for a lot of people with mental health problems, there are these perennial problems that crop up around this time of year that, while not life-changingly traumatic, are still enough to make this time of year be horrific for us. I'll give you some of my own examples. It kind of sounds like little things, but when you build it up and build it up, it makes this time of year kind of unpleasant. I mean, for a start, right? The winter time, end of autumn, around this time of year is when everything first started to go wrong for me in my life when I was first back at uni. It was around this time of year when I first started to get really bad with various things and drop out and not go places and all that sort of thing. So Christmas started to have, when I was back being 18, a really negative vibe to it. That was my first, like, truly unpleasant Christmas, where uni had gone wrong. I was ill with glandular fever. I'd wound my dad up so much it was unbearable. And I was stuck at home with my parents. It was very unpleasant. And things just proceeded to get more and more unpleasant throughout my life in general. And as it did so, Christmas and the end of the year, New Year as well, became this milestone of the end of another shit year. Next year's going to be my year, right? And that kept going and going and going. Next year's always going to be my year. Next year, it's always going to be next year. And so far, it's never been next year or this year. It's always still, it's going to be next year. And that's just one element of it, because we then add into things like breakups that have happened around Christmas, relationships that have come to an end. In my case, mainly due to BPD and NPD related symptoms and behaviors, as that's generally how all relationships come to an end for us, right? All of that building up over Christmas. The feeling of inadequacy, because Christmas is a time of indulgence. You know, I started off saying I'm not talking about Christmas, but clearly I fucking am. It's a time of indulgence and buying the presents and eating all the food, like I said, right? But you've got to have money to do that. You've got to be going out to work. You've got to be a coherent, working, actual, functional human adult for Christmas to work. Or a kid being supervised by an actual working, functioning adult. And I'm neither of those things. And so Christmas is just once again that time of, you know you're shit, right? You know you're not good enough. You know another year of your life has gone by. How old are you now? Another year of your life has gone by. And you still feel shit like you did when you were 18 at Christmas. It's still there. There's just this slog of making it through another year. Another few months of shit weather and miserable rain and cold and not wanting to go out, and this year not being able to go out. And who wants to anyway? Because do those friends really still like me? We haven't talked for very long. I don't know. And then you add on to that any failings in relationships you currently have, any bad feelings you currently have, things that are getting you down. And then the world tells you, hey, it's Christmas. Be happy. Put up decorations, do all these things. I can't. I can't do it. I can't get into it yet. And even when I start to feel that little bit of Christmas joy, I watched Die Hard the other day. It still is bittersweet. It still gets snatched right away from you, because that feeling of that Christmas joy brings with it all the shit of Christmases past. And when you've had shit Christmas after shit Christmas after shit Christmas, you tend not to be too excited about the next one. You reach a point where there's nothing I want, there's nothing I need. There's no real presents, so I'd get joy out of giving other people presents, but really it's been another year where I didn't get my shit together, so I'm not getting people the presents that I'd like to get people. I know that so few of us are, right? How many parents out there would like to get their kid a PlayStation this year and can't? Or any number of other things. I get it, I know. And I think that's something we all go through, right? No one can afford to get the presents that you want to get. You always get adequate presents for people. Like, I'm kind of at a point where I can stop worrying. And then there's all the paranoia about what presents you get for people. And one reason I like to get a lot of presents for people is because it's like throwing mud at the wall. Something's going to stick. I'm going to get something in that little parcel that's the right present, right? Just throw enough shit in there. It's going to happen. And it's not that you've not been listening or paying attention or that you don't care about somebody enough to think about it. It's the paranoia, that constant, I'm not good enough, I'm not right, I haven't done this properly, I don't deserve to be loved, and this little parcel will be proof of that. All of these worries. And all the time Coca-Cola are getting me excited and telling me I should be happy. And maybe I should. Maybe I should try and make every Christmas fucking spectacular. But I don't even know how you do that. What is that? That's the kind of thing that happens in Christmas movies and Die Hard. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Christmas is just a thing that happens. I know I'm paranoid about spending it on my own. I know that would be the end of the fucking world. Right? That's the worst thing that can happen to a person. I genuinely fear that. Getting wrong presents for people, just being shit and inadequate, just not feeling good enough. And I want to give some advice, right? I want to say, and here's the key to getting through the holiday periods with mental health. But I don't have one. I don't have that advice. I don't have that tip. Because I far from figured it out. I'm just grateful that this year I don't have to go home and play board games. I really don't like that experience every year. My favourite trick is to sort of fall asleep Christmas afternoon. If you can do that, you can get away with a lot. I don't like this time of year. As soon as the Christmas music starts, as soon as I hear Slade playing in shops, I just get, miserable, low. Feelings of inadequacy, feelings of just not being good enough, feelings of lack of achievement, feelings of lack of a lot of things. And a lot of it's real, right? A lot of it, this isn't baseless worry. This isn't baseless stuff that's just going around in my head. These are genuine worries, genuine things that bother me on a day-to-day basis that I'm trying to do something about, and I'm struggling to do it. And Christmas is just that. Finished another lap, your lap time was shit. And it hurts, and it's painful, and it's miserable. It's a slow pain though. It's not like a big kick in the gut. It's like something in your shoe for a month. Just, am I supposed to be happy now? Okay. That's if you can even feel it. That's before we're getting into stuff like, we've got BPD, yeah? What if Christmas is a flat period or a down period or something like that? It's great if we're up and happy, if everything's going well, but what if it's not? Even then, it gets even worse. The more I think about it, the more things just pile on or remind you of something sad. Should I put Christmas decorations up in my own house for me? No one's going to come here. And that's not just even me being miserable about feeling I don't have any friends. Like, literally, it's government mandated that nobody will come here to my house. Why should I bother putting up Christmas decorations for me? I'll go somewhere on Christmas Day. There are Christmas decorations there. Until then, do I really want to be reminded that it's Christmas? Not really. I wish I could. I wish I could dive into it. It brings up just so many bad things for me. I haven't even touched on a lack of children. I mean, Christmas is one of those things that comes with childlike joy. And we lose that childlike joy as we get older because we're not children. And maybe the idea is that you have your own children and share their childlike joy. But without that, Christmas is just a thing. I don't get excited anymore. I don't get happy about it because all the joy is gone. It's just a day to eat a meal that took 6 hours to prepare and feel worried about the presents that you got for somebody else, knowing all the while that really what you wanted to do is have a couple of little people that opened a pile of presents and just watch them do that. And you're not going to do that. So, why Christmas? And they're just my reasons. I'm very sure that between you all, you can find some reasons that are just infinitely more shocking and depressing than I've come up with. But the point is that generally, the shit just lands on us at this time of year. And it makes a difficult job even more difficult. We're trying to stay happy. We're trying to stay bright and positive. A lot of the time for other people. And then in December, we step on the gas. For like a whole fucking month. Let's be cheery and happy for a whole month. Yeah, I can just do that. It's a big ask for a lot of people. Be happy. And then do it for a month. No. Can't do it. Can't do it. I honestly feel like the joy of Christmas is something that might be lost to me forever. Like, maybe one day there could be kids there and that would help. Maybe someday if I'm doing something like that. But as I sit here today, Christmas is done with for me. It's just a thing. I don't get anything emotionally out of it other than despair, really, and that feeling of inadequacy. It's not a thing I want to partake in. I don't want 5 days off of lockdown. I don't want presents and fucking Slade and the Pogue song, which I swear if I hear one more fucking time, it's not even a great song. And now I have to listen to it all 4,000 times for a month because it's Christmas, right? And everybody loves Christmas. How can you not be happy at Christmas? Sorry, guys. But it's the beginning of being down this month, isn't it? Oh, there's going to be some fun videos. We'll talk about narcissistic abuse again next time. Well, this will be your channel for Christmas cheer. Maybe I'll replace my guitar with a small tree. Maybe I can't be arsed with it. This might be the most miserable video I've ever made. This feels more miserable than the suicide video. At least that had a bit of a positive upbeat at the end of it, you know. And I don't even have that. This is just my Christmas rant. It's just a reminder that I'm not a kid anymore. And life didn't go well. Or how you think it's gonna. I could do without it. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.